Hello, class. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, practicing social distancing, and washing your hands. This is our fourth ELA video. We're going to be going over a theme. So, video 2 was theme, video 3 was main idea, and video 4 is theme again. Objective: we will find the theme of fictional text and provide supporting details. So, what is theme? In literature, a theme is the central lesson that you learn through reading the story. The theme is not normally going to be told to you by the author. You're going to have to read the story from beginning to end. Think about like what the characters are learning. Think about what the problem was, what the solution was, what you as a reader are learning. So the theme goes beyond like just the text. You can apply it to the real world. You can learn like a lesson or a moral that you can apply to the real world. Keep in mind that that a story might have more than one theme. One of the things I wanted to clarify was that theme and central message moral we kind of use that interchangeably in third grade, but there is a difference, and you'll learn more about that in fourth grade. And since you're going to be fourth graders soon, I thought I might as well point it out for you now. So theme is like usually narrowed down to one or two words, versus the moral or the central message is like a phrase. It is like what we learned. So using the boy who cried wolf as an example. So the moral of the story is don't be a liar, because people don't believe liars even when they're telling the truth. We learn about the importance of honesty. We learned that was a lesson that we took from that story. The theme of the story in one or two words would be honesty. Um, if we look at the Three Little Pigs, we learn from the story the importance of hard work, because the third brother built a strong house made out of brick versus the first brother made out of straw. So we learn the importance of hard work and doing things right. So if we look at our theme, we would say our theme is hard work. A lot of stories have the theme of good versus evil, kindness, fairness, and so on. Like the little red hen, for example. She kept asking her friends for help, and none of them would help them. And then when she got to the point where she made the bread, all of a sudden, everyone wanted a piece of that bread. So we learn from the story that if we want the reward, we have to put in the hard work. We have to contribute to the making or working towards whatever it is that we're trying to make in order to get the reward. Well, our theme would be then fairness. It's not fair for everyone to get that bread when they didn't contribute to the making of it. So think about some of the stories that we've read in class or that we've done over the year. We talked about the moral, the lessons we learned. Think about like the tortoise and the hare, and so on. What morals or lessons did we learn? Well, now go back and think about in one or two words what the theme would be. So how to find theme? So again, I want to stress this: very rarely is an author going to write out the theme for you or the moral of the story in like a sentence, like in the first paragraph or something like that. No, you're gonna have to read the story, beginning, middle, end. Think about the events that are happening. Think about what the characters are doing, what they are thinking, what they're learning, and so on. Because again, you're gonna have to. It's not gonna be written out for you that you could find. It's not gonna be like a formula that if you go to the last paragraph, to the last sentence, you're gonna see it there. No, you're gonna have to think about it throughout. It's something you're gonna have to take and then apply it to the real world. The best way for you to do that is to think about the problem and solution. Like once you find the problem and solution to the story, think about, okay, the main character learned what from this problem and solution. If you can identify what the main character learned, you can usually pretty much find the moral or the lesson of the story. So to give you some practice with theme versus moral or the lesson of the story, I assigned the boy who cried Bigfoot. We already did the boy who cried wolf, so this shouldn't be much different. I assigned it through Epic. So log into Epic, listen to the story. If you can't, I assigned it to the class, but if you can't find it, you could type it in to find it. It should be a video of someone reading the story. Then you're gonna go on to Seesaw and fill out a text analysis. In the text analysis, you notice that I added a new box, theme. That way we can start practicing differentiating between theme and the moral, between theme and the lesson learned. Once you've done the boy who cried Bigfoot, the text analysis for The Boy Who Cried Bigfoot as practice, then go on to do this new story, The Milkmaid and Her Pail. So I will read the story for you. If you want to read it yourself, you can just pause it now. Oh, and once you read it, you're going to fill out the text analysis of the story. The Milkmaid and Her Pail. A milkmaid had been out to milk the cows and was returning from the field with a shining milk pail balanced nicely on her head. So pail is just another word for bucket. As she walked along, her pretty head was busy with plans for the days to come. So as she walked along, her pretty head was busy with plans for the days to come. So I like the use of words here. Is she's thinking, she's imagining things. She's daydreaming. This good rich milk, she mused, will give me plenty of cream to churn. The butter I make, I will take to the market. So churning butter means so people used to make butter by putting it in a bucket or like in a bucket or in a big jar and then using a stick to beat it. All that beating and messing and hitting the milk like that, eventually it becomes thick and it becomes like cream or butter. So let me see. The butter I make, I will take to the market, and with the money I get for it, I will buy lots of eggs for hatching. How nice it will be when they all hatch and the yard is full of fine young chicks. Then, when May Day comes, I will sell them. And with the money, I'll buy a lovely new dress to wear to the fair. All the young men will look at me. They will come and try to They will come and try to ask me. Yeah, I think I copied and pasted it wrong, and it kind of got weird here. They will come and try to ask me to dance, but I shall very quickly send them about their business. As she thought of how she would settle the matter, she tossed her head scornfully, and down fell the pail of milk to the ground. And all the milk flowed out, and with it vanished butter and eggs and chicks and the new dress and all the milkmaid's pride. So this milkmaid had painted a big, beautiful picture in her head. She had thought, ooh, with this butter, this milk, I'm gonna make butter, buy chickens, buy this, I'm gonna have this beautiful dress, and so on and so forth. And then when she was thinking about all the annoying men that were gonna ask her to dance and whatnot, she's like, pfft. She went like that and remember what was on her head. So with that, everything got ruined. Did she physically already have the dress? Did she physically already have everything she wanted? No. So think about like what did she learn? Uh, what did she learn about making plans? What did she learn about making all these decisions without actually having the stuff to back it up? So there's a phrase that comes with the story. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. So I want you to read the story again. Think about it. What is it that we're learning? Think about the phrase. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. So make sure you submit your responses through Seesaw.